Hi everybody, it's Matt here, your local friendly neighbourhood vestibular migraine sufferer. So firstly, apologies if you see any sort of flashing light. It's now the Christmas period, so I've got my fairy lights on and my Christmas tree light I'm just looking at in the foreground. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. I've made sure it's fairly away from the phone. So I've not done a video for a bit. It's because I've been busy kind of getting back to the real world and continuing my recovery, and been quite busy with work as well, including a trip to London fairly recently. So I always wanted to do a video about the drug Amitriptyline. There you go. I never know which way around it is for you guys, but mine's in a very pretty purple box. So I've been taking a small dose of amitriptyline alongside two other drugs, sertraline and propranolol. So I call that the Holy Trinity. So I don't mean Cobain, Novoselic and Grohl. I mean amitriptyline, sertraline and propranolol. So I feel that those drugs have really helped with my recovery, and I would kind of, if someone was asking me, what drugs do you think work well, you only ever go with your own experience, don't they? So I'd say these three. So I've already done a video on propranolol. I've kind of covered sertraline off in a few of my other videos, so I thought I'd just do a little one, short one on amitriptyline. So amitriptyline is used to treat regular migraine. So that was when I first heard of it, actually, and I know it's also used to treat some of mood symptoms, so it can be used to treat mild depression and that kind of thing. So I first was given this about my first outbreak of vestibular disorder. I'm not calling it migraine anymore because I think that is a really, really misleading term. Check out my other video on that, popular misconception. So I first had it when I first had my initial vestibular disorder about 7 or 8 years ago, whenever it was, 2012. And I stayed on it for, about 3 months. And I found that this, just sort of giving myself time, maybe get better. So I did get fully better in that latest outbreak. Then flash forward to where we are this year. I obviously had the chronic outbreak of vestibular disorder where I was ill for months and months and months and months. So anyway, so I mentioned this drug to my RMT specialist. So RMT, is that right? ENT, there we go, ENT. See, I'm tired and I can't remember what they were called now, but it's the ear, nose and throat specialist. So I remember mentioning this drug to the ENT when I saw her back in the summer, and that was one of the things that made her, as well as the photophobia, diagnose vestibular disorder, vestibular migraine. So she said I could try this drug at some point. So anyway, flash forward a couple of months after I'd seen her, I'd started on the sertraline, I was already on the propranolol, so then I eventually started taking a very small dose of amitriptyline. Sorry, I'll stop waving that around, it must be annoying. So it comes in 10s, and I started off with half a tablet, so I was taking 5. So I had that on top of the sertraline and propranolol all at the same time. So I found that combination that's why I call it the Holy Trinity, combination that did really work for me. And I know lots of other sufferers have much higher doses of amitriptyline. I've been lucky on that respect. I've only ever had to stay on 5 mgs, and I've not pushed it up. I remember when I sort of trialed it a little bit, I did push it up to 10, and it made all my symptoms worse, and I thought, oh God. So I dropped it back down to just half, to the 5. And then I noticed that my symptoms again sort of started to ease back. So I've been on this plus the other drugs since, let's just say, the summer. I've lost track of time now. We're now in December, hence the fairy lights in the background. So I think it's been a good drug for me. I think it's worked. And I think it actually works by increasing the blood flow in your head. So obviously increased blood flow to nerves like your vestibular nerves and that kind of thing does help with the healing process. Just as like, when you have a massage, you get the blood flow to a pulled muscle or whatever. So I find it a useful drug, and it's the drug that when I start to think about easing back some of my medication, this is the one that I'm going to come off first. But I know lots of other sufferers out there have been on it for quite a long time and that sort of thing. So people often worry about side effects with drugs. I mean, with this one, I've been pretty lucky because I'm on such a small dose. The only side effect I have, well, I say not the only, I've had a few side effects from some of the drugs I'm on. So I have noticed that I've put on a little bit of weight around my belly, and I think that is the drugs. I am exercising a lot more now though, and hopefully trying to put on a bit of muscle again. So hopefully that little bit of weight around my belly will ease off. some of the drugs. So I said in my video about propranolol, a double dose of that can give you an upset stomach, and mean you see your toilet a little bit more than you normally would. Propranolol also changes the colour of your wee, piss, pee, whatever you want to call it, urine to use a technical term. So it makes it a lot more yellowy. So they're the main side effects I've noticed really, and the whole breathing thing that I've done a video on. Some doctors speculated that that might be because of the drugs, but I don't think it is, because I think I was experiencing the breathing stuff when my vestibular episode first began. So there we go. So amitriptyline, all in all, I'd say this is a good drug. As I said, it helped me get better previously, and it's helped me get better this time. So if you're talking to your doctor, your GP, your ear, nose and throat specialist, your neurologist, this would be one of the drugs I would discuss quite high up that list of discussions you have. So once you're diagnosed, I think this is a drug worth trying. I think it can really help. So, talk to your doctors about it. Like I said, talk to your specialist, see what they say. But in my book, this is a decent drug to be going on to help you improve from your vestibular migraine. So I thought that video was there as a little bit rambly, I didn't have a script, I never do actually, I just try and ramble a bit, but I just wanted to I felt a bit sorry for amitriptyline not actually talking about it in a video, because I have all the other drugs, and as I said, it is a good drug for migraine and vestibular migraine stroke disorder that we suffer from. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea what it's like and how it helps you, and definitely encourages discussions with your GP and your ENTs when you next see them. So that's all I'm going to ramble on about for today. I hopefully might do a video just before Christmas, so I won't start singing any carols or Christmas hits or wishing people a Merry Christmas just yet. It might be a little bit premature. So anyway, I better go. I've got a few jobs to do. So I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye. Oh, and almost forgot, didn't I? Remember, as you were, you'll be again. Cheers. Bye.